Welcome back to the States, Tyler. Good to be home.
Yeah, it's great to be home. Weather's beautiful here in Wisconsin. May is always nice here, so good to just kind of be back and relax after a long week.
So now that you've had time to kind of, you know, decompress a little bit, absorb, what you all went through last week, what did you take away from your third place finish?
Um, the week was very similar to the Kremlin Cup that I had, where just kind of slowly eased into the tournament, and as you go on, um, when you travel overseas, it's really hard to have your A game from day one. Just because of just different food, different sleeping patterns and stuff like that. So the tournament really doesn't start until the last 64, and you're just trying to make it to day one really by grinding out the first couple days, which I didn't do very well. I lost my first match, and then I think I won 4 or 5 in a row to qualify, and then yeah, it's just a one ball at a time process there. I'm just trying to get the speed of the tables and kind of feel everything out and just bring your best to the table every match, I guess you could say.
So you got into the final 64. You won your first match relatively handily, and then you're up against Josh in the 32. You know, what did you tell yourself going into the match? Do you approach a match like that any differently than you would against someone else in terms of getting yourself ready?
You definitely try to get as much sleep as you can the night before. That's like knowing you have to play Josh the next day.
How did
Yeah,
that
I
work
mean,
out?
it's it's Saturday I did not sleep well. I was still pretty amped up after the Zelensky match. But yeah, I mean I saw the draw. I figured I'd be playing Josh if I won. When you play Josh, it's or Federer or Shane or
Right.
Sanchez or any of the top 5 guys, Ko Ping Chung or Ko Ping Yi, Shaw. Um, this is going to sound weird, but it's almost kind of easier because you already know what you have to do. You have to play perfect, right? Where against
Right.
not everybody, you have to play perfect to win a match. So mentally, it's actually a little bit easier because you already know what you have to do. You got to hit every shot perfect, which sounds really weird.
No, it doesn't
Um,
because it makes it sound like, it forces you to really focus on, use laser focus on every shot you take, every decision you make.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, it's a weird thing, but I feel like I would get burned out if I treated every match as if I was about to play one of those top players
Right.
because it takes so much out of you. But you do know what you have to do when you draw one of those guys, for sure.
You played great, got a lead on him, and then he did what Josh does, and that's never give up and get back to even and pull ahead. What's going through your mind? I mean, it was really a lot of times people beat a Josh or someone like that, and they caught them on a bad day or something like that. That was a really well played match by both of you. So when he starts coming back, and God, then he pulled ahead 8-7. Um, how are you keeping yourself dialed in?
Um, I scratched on the break 2 rails in the side, up 7-4, I think it was.
Right.
And I mean, is it a mistake? Yeah, it's not like it kissed off another ball. It did go 2 rails straight in the side, which was a mistake on my part, but it wasn't really a mental mistake. It wasn't
Yeah.
something that I can really get too upset about myself. And I believe the furthest anybody got against Josh at the European Open was 6. I think they got 6 games. That was the closest match he had in the whole tournament, which is pretty gross actually. But I just kept telling myself, just keep pressure on him towards the end. And even though he's Josh, he can still crack. You know what I mean? He can still make a mistake, especially if you get it 8-8, 9-9, whatever. Um, he can make a mistake just like all of us under pressure, but it doesn't
Right.
happen very often, obviously. But I was just trying to, and I tell Margaret that all the time, like just try to get it to be 6-6, 7-7. Wait for the mistake. It doesn't always come, but when you're playing a good player, you just kind of have to make it as close as you can, and just fight for that last game or two.
And then that mistake came.
Yeah, I got fortunate. He hit the break perfect. He went 2 rails off a ball on the side. I actually had that exact same break twice against Brabin in the last 64 match. where you go under the 9, over the 9, carom off a ball, straight in the side. It was like if you were to overlap both breaks,
It would look pretty
it
similar.
would be the cue ball would do the same thing, 2 rails off the ball on the side, and it came at the perfect time. Um, and I was able to capitalize and finish them off right
Yeah,
there.
but you
So
never got another shot. So I mean,
yeah,
that's about as, if you tell yourself, here's my opportunity, don't ever let them get back to the table, and you actually pull it off. That's pretty special. So Final Four, first semifinal of a Matchroom event for you, deepest you've gone. Actually, Final Eight was deepest you've gone in a Matchroom Open event. Um,
yeah.
you know, and you come up on Yap, who's such a great player, such a smooth player. Great match. It gets to 8-7, I believe, uh, when he fluked in a ball that kind of turned the match.
Yeah, I made a couple mistakes though where it never should have been that close. To be honest, I got lazy in one run out where I missed the 8 in the upper right corner from the where you would rack the balls. Never should have missed that ball. It wasn't the ball that I missed that I'm upset about. I mean, obviously you're not supposed to miss it, but I got really lazy on the 6,
Right.
and
Get
from
to
the
the
6 to the
seven.
7 was weird. 7 to the 8 was weird, which made me play a tougher shot to get on the 9. It was just a shot where the balls are wide open. You kind of relax a little bit, and then it bites you in the ass. So,
So expectations going into the next tournament, do they all of a sudden amp up?
um, I think it'll put everybody on watch a little bit. Like, okay, Tyler's a threat, just like Mickey came out of nowhere. Sanchez came out of nowhere kind of before he went on his
Yeah.
run. Um, and I've actually looked up to Sanchez a little bit the last 3-4 years, because you see guys like Josh and Zelensky, these like young guys that just start winning tournaments in their early 20s, and it's just like, damn, like when's my time gonna
That's
come? You know
not
what I mean?
fair.
But you can't compare yourself to these guys. Everybody has their own journey, and I think Sanchez was always deep in tournaments, but he just never really got through. And then 29, 30, 31 years old, right around there, he just kind of
Took off.
took off. So just kind of teaches you to stay patient. Your time will come if you keep putting in the hard work and following the process. And yeah, hopefully my time is right around the corner.
Great. Well, I appreciate your time, and good luck at the World Championship, and hope the rest of the year goes as well as the start of the year has.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate it.